I'm not shocked. I'm just more so disappointed because it's like, when is these kids gonna ever get to perform?
You know, well, yeah, and well, to be honest, and Tutu's been like a professional showcase.
Another thing too is like I love Chloe to death, and she know I love her to death. I don't like the phrase like they getting let to perform. Like, yo, if you an artist, put your own damn shows on. Like, what is this lazy shit niggas is on nowadays? Like, yo, put yourself in a room, book security, book all that. Get with a touring agent if you got to do that to do all that. This is stuff that regular artists have, mainstream artists have. The artists that are trying to redo the same thing. And I get there's some learning curve and all this other stuff, but y'all see these other artists doing it, putting their own shows on and all that, and a lot of them putting on their own shows with their touring agent. Like, what do y'all think a single tour is? You think it's one person in like Idaho that's like, yo, we gonna go to New York City with Bobby. We gonna go here with Bobby. We gonna and I'm using Bobby tour because that's the most recent tour I can remember off the top of my head. Like, there's somebody in the camp that's doing that.
Like I think he's had more shows canceled than performed. All jokes aside, and I was talking to my man about this too. Like Tutu, see when you talk, nobody goes into the finances enough about this game for me. But like, even if you book take Tutu at like a bare minimum.
And I like what's his name? I think that's Jungle too. Yo, shout out to him because niggas don't put in that time. Matter of fact, let's run it back real quick.
And I was talking to my man about this too. Like Tutu, see when you talk, nobody goes into the finances enough about this game for me.
None of these niggas go into their finances about this. These niggas don't know how to talk about putting up a show, how much that costs, and what's the output for that, the risk of marketing and all that. Nobody go into none of this. They don't.
But like, even if you book take Tutu at like a bare minimum 4 to 5K a show, and he's been canceled over 20 to 30 shows over the last 2 years. Yeah. That's over $150,000 missed. Mm-hmm. You know, so when you start talking about actual money being lost.
Okay. So when you start saying shit like that, like, so are we shocked that he's lashing out on the internet? Are we surprised? Like,
can I give?
Go ahead,
Here we go. So the way I feel is like this. I love all of these guys. Ron, Sha, Tutu. To me,
And that's facts. Like, everybody want to see these niggas eat, win, all that shit.
all talented.
Facts.
However, like Jungle said, while as if I'm speaking from a fan's point of view, I want them to perform. If
Facts.
I'm speaking from a person who understands how against New York, the mayor, and everybody is against drill, I can understand what they're doing. Ron got into a fight with K Flock during Rolling Loud. He it makes perfect sense why he's not performing. Shy K was just going at it with 22 G's on live. I think that's the biggest thing. When you start arguing on live, tweeting, making open threats, that's when it becomes a problem. You could diss, Lil TJ disses, A Boogie disses, you know what I'm saying? They got issues, but they're not publicizing it on live and ODing about it. And I thought Dougie B was still on, but it shows that you saying he did get canceled. So it all makes sense to me. It sucks for them, and I want to see them go up. But
Cause and effect. Branding. Marketing. The stuff that you put out is what people are going to receive. If you on live, you tweeting, saying this and that and all that, the consequences, when it really comes to that money, they're going to let you, they're going to do you dirty. And that's why it's bad if you only getting show money. Like, this is crazy. Because, bro, if you think what you say on the internet not going to have no type of actions, you're bugging out, bro. Like, respectfully, because it's like this. As a drill artist, they already don't like you because of what you're putting out. When you're pursuing active things that people are feeling real tension behind, yo, it's not gonna work out financially for you. It's just not. Like, why? It's not. Like, yo, these artists are learning, but like, even too, they gonna go into the next room without thinking like, well, maybe possibly. I wouldn't be surprised they ban them for a couple years. Like, they really be trying to shut this stuff down, especially especially if you can't like go out of nowhere. Cause they like, well, if we keep him, stop at him at these few shows, he gonna be done in a couple months. That's how they look at that type of stuff.
Makes sense, sadly. You know what I mean?
I don't think Ron Suno should fall in that category though.
Yeah, for fighting
Because they said that
rolling
he
out.
wasn't, because they name dropped that Ron Suno is not a gang member, but again, Ron Suno is.
Okay, so funniest shit ever. They was like, yo, Ron Suno Kid was like, yo, Ron Suno's not a gang member. He's just a normal dude, like whatever, cool. That may be so. But you fought at that same event with another artist that could be determined as a drill artist, which is who WEK. Like you still gotta face them consequences. It don't matter like if you really into that stuff, if you not. Like whether you are or you not. That's why I tell people that's like really not into this stuff. Like why even talk about it? Like it don't make no sense. Cause they gonna use everything against you. Like, hey, y'all gotta learn this drill artist.
In the confrontation from last year. That's why.
From last year, but Ron Suno has done multiple shows since last year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
And
it's like,
also-
why take?
Alright, Kobe, I get it. As far as like, yo, he's been having good attendance for not having no issues at event. But this is not, it's not a school. It's not just one thing where they like, we've been watching. NYPD don't care. They don't know what's going on. Like, they don't know how many shows he did. To them, I promise you, word to mother, they think this is his next show. I would not be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't put in that much effort to look at his other shows and still did him dirty for this show. Because it's like, to them, they don't care. To them, they don't care. They like, well, it's our city, our jurisdiction, whatever. We can do whatever the F we want. And that's what they going to do. Especially when you making it hot for yourself.
Come off this specific one. Is it only because Dougie is on it? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, why was he taken off?
Alright, so do y'all remember their last encounter?
Who, with Dougie and Ron?
Ron and Dougie.
What, at Roll Up?
No, it was a Facebook. Was it
No,
Instagram Live?
so like social media. Do y'all remember their last
They went
encounter?
live and stuff like that.
And they went live and basically said, "Are we gonna play ball?"
About playing basketball, yeah. I saw that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And they see that. They see that.
I think it's very clear.
Yeah, they see that.
You gotta understand, like, yo, if NYPD see anything